All right, guys, new unboxing. The levers are here. Ooh, look at these. Look at these.
Yeah.
So a couple reasons why we went with these. Most of you may know that these are some of the cheapest levers available for my bike or any bike on the market, but there's a few reasons we went with these. The biggest reason is these are the only Italia looking levers, you know, the full-on Italy livery. But also what we were looking for in levers is two major things. One, I wanted foldable levers, so you can actually see they fold like that. And also they're adjustable, so you can move this piece, you know, make it like a long or make it like a short like it is now, because we're gonna be running lever guards. So basically it's gonna come around like this, but a lot of times the fitment, you know, on the long ones, it's so close to where I wanted these adjustable ones so that it'll be perfect fitment. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get them installed on the bike. Man, they look so good though. A lot better than pictures. We're gonna have a link in the description down below if you guys want to order these for the RSV4 as well. All right, so first we got to take off the levers. We're gonna do the brake side first. So using an Allen key and a 10mm, go ahead and get this off real quick. If you guys have ever installed levers before, you know how easy this job is. But it definitely changes not just the aesthetics, you know, the looks of the bike, but also the feel. Stock levers are good on this bike, but it's just a pain in the ass with these extra long levers, man. I definitely like the shorty levers to where one, you know, 2 fingers for braking. Especially with the new gloves, you feel it because the pinkies are a little long, so kind of get in the way. But this will definitely set the bike off. And by the way, guys, the lever guard should be here coming this week. I have ordered frame sliders too, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. Show you guys that install. It's all pretty quick and easy, but this is just basic stuff. But I mean, not a bad deal on the levers at all. I think they were like 30-40 bucks. Now, before you guys go ahead and talk spit and say, oh man, I can't believe you bought cheap ass levers for your $25,000 bike. Like I told you guys before, this bike is going to be set up for the track, and we really don't want to have, you know, super expensive parts, especially like levers, where 9 times out of 10 they're the first thing that gets messed up when you go down. Pull it out of the boot. Now, for any of you guys that haven't done levers before, basically you need to tighten this all the way because you're going to reuse this piece right here for the actual master cylinder, which of course on these are a pain in the ass to get out.
One eternity later.
All right, so the easiest way to take the little piece for the master cylinder is to kind of just pry it out through the side, because it doesn't give you enough space to kind of push it through, like even at maximum capacity. But now that we got this here, you can kind of just finagle it, feed it through like that. Pray to Jesus while you're at it. All right, so now we got that piece out. I always keep my stock parts, so try not to break or, you know, mess up the original parts when you do this. All right, so what I always find is the easiest way is to actually put the little brake thing in here first. Take your time, try not to ruin the boot when you do this, because it will definitely get fucked up pretty quick. All right, so now we got this piece in. The easiest way that I find to do it is to kind of push it in to where it gets started, and then just take your needle nose pliers and kind of pull the rubber just back until it gets in here in place. You'll see it, there's a little piece here that it fits over. But now that that's on, we'll actually take the lever, and then what I like to do is kind of feed it up through there like that, since you got a little play. Try not to pull it too hard, because you will pull that thing right back out. But boom, just like that, she's on there. So then I'm just gonna reuse the stock little pin. I mean, it's so easy. I'm actually shooting the video and installing it one-handed, so anybody can do this, guys. Just take your time with it. All right, get her pushed down. There we go. Get her in there like that, and then we'll go ahead and just take the hex head, you know, the Allen key, screw that all the way back down, and then put the nut on the bottom, and you're done on one side. All right, guys, that's one side done. I like my levers all the way out, but these, just like every aftermarket lever, you can push out and adjust it, you know, to your liking. But I always run them on 6 to where they're all the way out. But now you can see, instead of the regular lever where it came out all the way out to here, you can really get on it and it's a lot better. But I mean, just like that, easy install. So now we'll go ahead and jump to the left side of the bike and get it finished. All right, so then on your clutch side, what you want to do is you want to tighten this, your clutch adjuster, to take all the slack off the cable. That way it's easy to pull it out from the bottom side. So now that that's adjusted, the lines right here, line it up with that, and you should be able to just simply pull it through, push it out like that. Be careful with this stuff because there's grease everywhere. Okay, so on here, on your perch adjustment, you can undo this and it'll actually make it go down and up. So just because the bolt's kind of a pain in the ass and in the way, we'll just loosen the perch adjustment and basically bend it up real quick. So now that's loose. Now we're able to take this, go like that. All right, so pull this up, switch into a socket, still 10 millimeter, and just break that loose. On the clutch side, basically it's like a one-way bolt that has a squared off thing on it. I'll show you when I take the bolt out. But instead of having to use the Allen key and the wrench or the ratchet, it holds itself in this piece with a, like I say, it's kind of like a tapered setup. It's a squared off piece. So you just hold it in one side, get your nuts off. Always got to get your nuts off, man. All right. See, so this is what I was talking about here. There's a little square, well, rectangular piece that it fits into the top of the perch that holds it, so you don't have to do twice the work like on the brake side, and then simply pull your lever out. That easy. And now we have the new one. So basically what we were doing earlier is you're just gonna put this in that little hole, line it up, and then route it through like that, and then, all right, get that in like that. Boom, that's there. Take your one-way bolt. You see the squared off piece right here on the perch. You're just gonna basically twist it until it falls in like that. Go ahead and lift this up so we can put the nut on here. Once you get your nuts off, get your nuts on. And on most bikes, there's always like a clutch switch right here. So the little bracket that's on the lever, just make sure that your clutch switch is actually pushed in and not, you know, bending or anything like that. Just like with any kind of work, double check it and make sure you're not fucking anything up. Also, guys, what I always do is it doesn't matter if it's Chinese levers, Italian levers, American levers, no matter where they come from, if it's a multiple piece design, like most levers are that are foldable and adjustable, I always go over, you know, all these nuts, all these little Allen keys, just to make sure everything's super tight, because that does make a difference. There will be a little bit of slop sometimes. You can see just a little bit like that, so I always tighten these pieces down as well, just to make sure there's no slop in it. And then just like always, you want to adjust your perch. Like that. Now we'll go ahead and tighten the perch bolt. So now that that's done, then just back out your clutch adjustment. There's a couple ways to do your clutch adjustment. If you look right here, this is what's called the clutch free play. So most people use like a quarter or a nickel, they put it in there. What I learned from school is 2 millimeters, so that's about 3. So we'll go out a little bit. You don't want to do it too tight because then your clutch is gonna either cramp your wrist or just feel like shit. And then we'll go ahead and do it like that, and that's perfect. Like I said before, we are gonna go ahead and take the 8, it's all right. Take an 8 millimeter, and I always like to tighten this real tight. All right, guys, well, sorry about the short video, but that's the lever install. Got the Italia levers on there, everything's perfect. Like I say, they're foldable. You know, also they're adjustable. You can slide them out if you like longer levers. What's cool about these is instead of, you know, looking like an idiot and having like one short and then one long, you can adjust it, you know, kind of 3/4 in between. That's why we like adjustable levers here, is literally it's perfect for everybody. So thank you guys for watching. Like always, if you like this video, it taught you anything, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the family, you know, consider hitting that subscribe button, and we'll see you next video.